Alejandra Valladares, and this is my first year doing speech and debate ever. And my issue speech today is actually on a topic that's really relevant to today's event.
And you can start whenever you're ready.
I want to teach the world to stand for what is right. Let me ask you this. Are you okay staying silent? Are you okay with letting these blatant injustices pass without uttering a single word? I'm not. I'm not okay with letting these perpetual injustices occur in our society without any sense of change. It's actually one of the reasons why I joined speech and debate, although it feels as if voicing my stance on this situation is much like a single drop of water in a vast ocean. I cannot bring myself to not help those in need with my words. I believe that the world does not comprehend that the littlest actions you do in your day to day life affect the world immensely. These little things you do can undermine the causes on a larger scale, which leads to much bigger problems. I see this often among my peers who, of course, think that racism is an issue, but still continue to make offensive jokes without any hesitation. Then, to add more fuel to the fire, those around them do not call them out on their actions. But because of what? Are they scared of the outcome after they speak something that contradicts how others feel? How are we to put an end to this behavior if we don't address it? You do not have to speak up to the national level to invoke change. Your voice is enough. Your voice has uncharted levels of influence in itself. With all that being said, what makes a situation unjust? Climate change, racism, sexism. Despite all these terrible issues, people still decide to stay silent. Is choosing not to use your voice immoral? Is it just about trying or fixing the problem? Many people do not speak up because they are unsure of what the outcome will be afterward. Others choose to not speak up simply out of fear of being criticized or ridiculed for voicing their opinions. Firstly, to understand why this problem still exists, we must familiarize ourselves with the issue's root: ethics. Specifically, deontology, the study of fulfilling your moral obligations. If we follow deontology, taking action surpasses the consequences. Experts in this field have attributed the term ought implies can to Immanuel Kant. Are you capable of speaking up? John Lewis, a civil rights activist, said, if you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have a moral obligation to do something about it. Additionally, he said, you cannot be afraid to speak up and speak out for what you believe. You have to have courage, raw courage. Speaking up is not easy, but somebody must do it. Amanda Gorman, the youngest inaugural poet, said that we will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. If we do not speak out now, we will simply be postponing the change we so desperately need. She also said, if I choose not to speak out of fear, then there's no one my silence is standing for. How can you see such an obvious world problem, know how to fix it, and neglect it? These small inactions turn into much larger problems. Unfortunately, people can be hypocritical and contradict themselves by claiming that they support particular causes but do not speak up about them. Consequently, we will not be able to progress as a society. Speaking up impacts every cause our world faces. If no one spoke up about essential topics such as civil rights, humankind would not be in the place it is right now. Speaking up is the least you can do to better an unjust act. It makes me question people's true intentions. Are they only saying they support certain causes for some external reward? Though the world and I share many different morals and interpretations of what injustice is, we can no longer ignore the injustices at hand. Remember which values you hold and ask yourself whether you're bettering or worsening the situation by staying silent. Our world is beckoning for change to happen soon. So, the question I am proposing to you today is, are you going to be part of it or not? Thank you.